I was 35 when I was widowed. My husband died in an accident. I had 4 children from 14 to 4 years of age. It was a terrible time and I never thought I'd get through it. The older kids took it very hard. My family were a great support, taking it in turns to stay over for the first few months, endlessly helping with the kids. The following year was a big wedding anniversary for my parents and we all got together to plan a celebration. I'd hardly been out socially since David's death, but I was looking forward to the party. It was at a hotel with everything laid on. And by the end of the night, I'd had a few drinks all right, but I wasn't drunk, just a bit fuzzy, merry. I took a lift home with a family friend, someone I'd known since I was 19 or 20 years old. There's no easy way to put this. He dropped the others in the car off first, insisted on seeing me to the door, and then pushed his way in behind me. He knew the kids weren't there. I told him they were at their cousin's. The horror of that night, I can't tell you. The feelings after he'd gone. Shame, disgust, rage, and worst of all, total helplessness. God forgive me. It was worse than David's death. It didn't happen to me. It was done to me. And I knew immediately I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't put the kids of the family through a public court case. Everyone always knows who you are by the end. I couldn't do it. When I realised I was pregnant, I felt total despair. I wondered what I'd done to deserve it all. My whole sense of who I was seemed to fall apart. I finally told a friend the whole story, and it was her support and organising the abortion that kept me together over the next few weeks. I can't tell you how awful the pregnancy felt for me, to be pregnant from that night. I wanted an abortion as soon as possible, but it took huge organisation with family and kids and endless lies because no one knew, and I hated that. I couldn't have got through it without my friend. She also booked me in with a support agency here before we travelled, and that was very helpful. I realised there that I was going to need help with the rape, and that there was help available. I felt enormous relief after the abortion, and even felt positive enough to think about how I could pick up the pieces and move on. But the next few weeks were hell. All that pretending that we'd had a lovely shopping weekend away, or the reason why I couldn't go to the function I knew he would be at. It all left me feeling I'd made some awful mess that I was piling lie on lie to cover. All somehow my fault. It's taken me a long time and professional help to accept it wasn't my fault, and to realise I'd lose and the kids would lose if I didn't find a way to move on from this. For me, the abortion will always be a positive factor during a nightmare time. At least I could make that choice. Any other outcome for me was so unbearable it was unthinkable.